So the signaling a send off is like that you're not supposed to be interested. If you don't like somebody, why would you watch their channel thing? Like Karlyn is mastering this because she says like stuff about bald. Like if you're fat, or you could get skinny, but if you're bald, like that's like forever and stuff. And I mean, they have technology about that, and like I'm gonna have to start looking into it because I'm getting like thinning. But I mean, I know there's a lot of like scammers and spoofing and trying to sell people their hairline back and everything, and getting plugs, and it's horrendous and everything. It's like but I agree. Like I still watch her. I don't know if you can just outright like I don't like. You know what I mean? Like we probably agree that Abrahamic religions in Africa is horrendous, was horrendous, and is horrendous, including Islam. You know what I mean? Like there's always one that you're not talking about if you mention the other one, like some Semitic people or something like that. Like Abrahamic religions, like Christianity. They were making their own like little hats. Like they didn't make any. They did no like nobody became what you would call like that. Okay. Is a liturgical pilgrimage, and it didn't like there might have like at some point been something likened unto that could have came out of a place, and then but I'm not saying it's the source. Like everybody knows that like like I don't know, like like you know what, actually it could have been people all around the world the whole time. But I mean, well, white people come from various places. There's white people in Korea that are like 100% Korean. There's white people in like Japan and like I don't know, like Asia Minor, Azerbaijan, like Michoacan and Michigan are Roman words, and I know we think that Mexicans are mixed with Spanish or something. It could be Roman. And there were hieroglyphics that the jaguar had snow on his head. They're saying that they came down from Michigan. Like go figure that. White people in Mexico that are like not from Scandinavia, okay? But like so like there's big wars because they look too much similar. Like you wouldn't be able to distinguish Germans from like Israelites. You know what I mean? But they just like a number. People just like a number, like and that number, and like. So I own this because it's trauma, and you can't talk about it because you're not affected by the holly. You weren't affected by the holly, so you can't talk about it. Like what? You don't expect them to give you a history lesson, but if you want to interpret the Bible, you need to get a rabbi. Like, it's not really no two ways around it, right? What, like, Poroshenko would be like, Jay Dyer's an idiot too, and fuck. Like, I'm going bald. That's forever. You know what I mean? Like, you'll never be smarter than me. Like, because by birthright, like, I'm smarter than you because of I'm white. So like, what the fuck is it? Like, this have to do with shit? Like, okay, so she's just like, she knows, like, it's based on your beliefs anyway. So if there's things that you can agree about, so you think that the rest of it's gonna be on some like grown-up shit. But I don't know. You're not supposed to celebrate getting older. You're not supposed to celebrate getting older. How, like, no wonder you don't know shit. Old people will be like, they don't know anything these days. And they'll be like, now I know what you're talking about. Because we interrupt the flow of business. I thought you guys were some ultra commie like stuff. It's still just jazz things, junk stuff. I mean, there's bull jive, or which could be a good thing in some cases. Bull jive. Shooting the breeze or something. That's jazz. If you had to draw the people, it'd be like, it would look like crows or something. Yeah, you don't know, you could say shit that's racist and not be of course not a genetic determinist, but or you're a little ethnocentric. So what? There's like, you're a little bit like so. I don't hate Karlyn or anything. So she's a little ethnocentric, but that's not. We don't need a Swiss Army knife of words to fucking what's it called when you. It's like, if you're not going to speak directly to anything, and you're gonna you just want to push it down the road like a little while. Like, okay, that's shit that I get, like, to be, trifling or something, or you're trying or something. And I think, like, well, I don't know if I have any thoughts about it. I mean, I don't have any thoughts about nothing. So I just think I'm supposed to. You're supposed to have a thought on that. These are all thoughts, though. All this has just been is thoughts. She, is nice to talk about bad, like, because, talking about, like, people who say, I don't know stuff. You don't know stuff, jazz, things, junk. And like, everything is in a category like that, We've only invented the wheel. We're still trying to invent the seal. And, like, that can be, like, useful for data query. And off-chain sharding, directed acyclic graph for the Internet of Things. And fucking, you don't need no metaverse or anything like that. I mean, people will talk about this shit like it's like somehow dead or something, but you can still make an NFT so that you can print like little admission tickets or something, and somebody can just, like, redeem it and fucking never knew they had one. Like, we were talking about that. Like, they're not in the, yeah. I mean, like, I don't want to hear about NFTs. I lost a lot of money on NFT. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. You see? But, fucking, I don't know if Karlyn would be smart enough to, she would be like, and you're one of those people that gambled, and like, fucking everything that you're holding on to is a position. So whether or not it's gamble, you might have to speculate something. You might have to, I mean, if you have enough to lose and you want to go to Las Vegas, you can make wagers, you know what I mean, on horses and shit. Like that is for fun, and you should be allowed to do it. And you have to remind someone because they're like, I don't know, not brushing the horses or like stable hand or something because they're not smart or something. I know there's lots of smart people, but then you won't know. I'm never racist, but then you are racist, though. It's just that we don't, like, fucking have to say that. Like, there's going to be a description. So she's a psychoanalyst and everything, like Dr. Frances Cress Wessling. So let's see what that is. Like, is it bigot? Because, like, I don't care about a lot of those things. Like, I only really care about was genetic determinism, and not that people shouldn't, like, want to stick to their own race. Not that they, like, are supposed to be, like, inviting to, what's it called, diversity or anything like that. Remember, they used to cut off the castration, basically, as a symbol for genetic annihilation. Like, it's like, so they were to say that you will stop you from, you know, basically generating. So, like, block your whole lineage, right? So, you know, whether or not, like, they went to the effect of taking pictures standing next to one of them, and they had placed the phallus, the missing phallus, you know, it is now. That is not racism. That is genetic determinism. And if you know that God or the land provides, there's no such thing as determinism before. We'll see, or some. They wanted to do something for posterity because they hadn't reached gratification with the push of the modality. They have to reach gratification across the board. So we fight so they don't have to, you see. But if you can just say shit, and of course this wouldn't be like appropriate to just bring up in many places, but just the internet. This is just a internet phone video, and like that's not supposed to make you like, oh, that Karlyn, she fucked up, because she doesn't fucking know. If she, all this stuff that she be talking about black people, the playing with the two dolls, and one of the dolls was like a white doll that had like Doc Martens, and the other doll was like the stupid retarded like black girl loofahs, whatever. Like, fucking, how could she have any idea? She couldn't. Like, or why the fuck? What are you on? You know, like, I mean, why would you even want to do that? To make a point, like, it's supposed to be like that they're been kind of persecuted, so they're showing you that they can make fun of the group that's persecuting them, so they're like not to be like alienated, and their memes are still alive and everything. Murdoch. See, but like, I only know about Murdoch because like, well, I know some what I mean, what do you want to call them? I don't think there's no such thing as black people. So I gotta colloquialize them too, like you have to like use things colloquially and shit. Like we can't learn or something. I don't know. I'm not, like, should you even be thinking about it? too much? Like, should you, like, because I was. So I was like, what can you call white people instead of white people? And then I have to do the whole explanation. I'm half white and everything. Like, I'm making an argument for there's white people now because I'm half white. Like what the fuck is like Willie and Eric, and they start calling each other freaking the Kaiser and the goddamn Emperor, and they're like, now they're like fighting, you know what I mean? But like if it was us fighting, they would be cool though. That you have to send the dummies off first, and that's how they know that they're winning, is when the enemy has to start sending their best and brightest and shit. That's how they know they're winning. But like Trump was like, they're not sending their best and brightest, telling us basically we're losing. So I don't know if he's trying to destroy the country. And like whether I'm not, like, to have that realization doesn't mean that everybody who hated him the whole time even fucking knows anything about that either. So they can't be like, oh, got him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ladies and gentlemen, like they staged all this shit out, so like it would be repetitive, and we would be like, now it's bullshit. Now if you explain it, it's like, oh, that's that old cut of bullshit. That's that cut of bullshit. That's like, well, because you have to tell a little bit, have to put a little bit of truth in order to sell the lie. So I feel like people got like sick of something that was like, turn out to be like telling them the message, like it's going to be so I mean, you want to have a way to call people who look something different. So like, oh, there's a black person, you know what I mean, because they're like darker, they're pigment, you know what I mean? There's a black person. Who the fuck knows if that's a black person? Like, it's like, what kind of black? African American? Fucking people that can survive the nuclear bomb are the ones that are so black, and their hair is actually kind of like bluish or purplish or like violet or something. They actually have hair dye that they put in to look like those people. Like, there's Africans that have hair dye like blue and like burgundy and crimson and like purple, but there's people that's hair is really like that. Like, they Rudolph the Tall White Alien was talking about some black mushrooms that are growing in Chernobyl, and like the only thing that's able to survive, they're growing on the wall of the fucking they have this big cylindrical, the reactor. They're growing inside the reactor in Chernobyl, like jet black mushrooms. Somebody should go tell H.P. Lovecraft. Like, another provably not racist person. And he always tied his stories together with some like charts and some, because he was a chartographer, to some like Necronomicon or the Mad Arab Abdul Hazred al-Hazred or something, like whether or not it is like real or if it's a mad ranting or something. And then it's like there's some like fungal property of some being that's trying to vie for dominion in Antarctica, and there's some like voodoo stuff, and like he'll tie every story together into one big story. And that doesn't mean whether or not you want to drink a beer with him or you like him or anything, because I don't know. It's almost like I can't explain this shit without people suggesting that maybe, because you're also talking to yourself. What got you talking to yourself? And it's stuff like what, they do this where it's like make up ish. I don't know if you feel me. Did he? Like, nobody made up an issue. You talk to yourself, though. And then what type of shit are you talking about when you know, get caught up talking? You know, it's like, it's not really the worst of shit either, you know. Well, yeah, there's some, I mean, if we got to come along, like, and highlight or, like, drive something, the message all the way through or something, you know what I mean? Like, then there is actually, like, an what's it called? Like an arch villain, you know, like, that's more interesting. Like, I know people say, like, there's all kinds of things that people call that. But it's the, I forget what the fuck. It's not nemesis. It doesn't even sound that bad, but it's what it is. It's pretty bad. Adversary. Like, who comes up with an adversary? Like, you know, it's a supernatural being or something like that. And how are they supposed to get their influence? We give it to them. Like, we make them, we give them power. And people are suffering, like, terribly because of it. I sound like Mark Passio right now. Mark Passio. Shit, there's some things that he said that are, I mean, true, like, true shit. Like, so, I mean, he's not, like, an adversary. He's trying to sell, and everybody sells something. There's nothing even wrong with that. Buy the tea. Buy the Black Rifle coffee or whatever.